This is the CA Communities homepage. This is a great spot for new members to learn more about the communities. Here you can take a tour, join now, and learn a lot more. But this is about registering and logging in. So I'm going to click Login in the top right. The Communities uses a single sign-on model with other CA websites, such as CA Support Online and CA.com. In other words, if you already have credentials to access those systems, you can log in using the same credentials on Communities. Logging in occurs on the left-hand side. If you're a CA employee, you can use your PMF key at CA.com and domain password to log in. If you're new, you need to register now. I'm not going to walk you through the registration page because it's so similar to other sites. Now that you're logged in, let's get you to your product community. Simply select Communities in the top left next to News. This will bring you a list of every community offered. There are multiple pages, so you can either scroll through to find your communities, or you can use the search bar. Let's say my product is workload automation. I'll type that in, and the community is brought right to me. Now let's say my product is CA Security. If you scroll over to the right gear icon, you can follow the community right from here. Or I can select the security community and be brought to it. This is what we call the overview page. Each product community has mostly the same setup with a few variations. You'll be able to see the products covered in the security community, the next event offered, featured videos, and you'll also be able to see recent activity. This is everything happening in the security community. The real information is located in the Content tab. So this is everything that's been posted into the security community. We have blog posts, documents, discussions, which are questions, polls, videos of events that were recorded, events upcoming, and ideas. Selecting each one will filter it down. So now I'm only seeing discussions. Any blue boxes you see with a question mark are unanswered. Green boxes with a check mark means that question has been answered. Videos or webcasts in the communities are recorded if you're unable to make it, and you can feel free to watch them here. Lastly, there's ideas. If you want to enter a product enhancement, this would be the place to do it. You can also filter down the content you see to just the product you want. So say I'm single sign-on, I'll select on the left-hand side. Now all these posts will all apply to single sign-on and nothing else. Let's jump back to the overview page. Just like before, where I showed you could follow selecting the gear icon, you can also click follow in the top right-hand corner here. Once I do that, if I hit news, and then I select following, everything that happens in the CA security community will be brought to me right here, making it more convenient. Of course, you can always go to the community if that's what you prefer. Let's talk about creating posts. The option to create content appears in many places throughout the CA communities. The first and most obvious way is to click the Create drop-down from the top banner. This appears on all community pages and lists all the options available for creation. There's also the option to create a piece of content from directly within your desired community. So if I go to CA Workload Automation, I select Actions, it's the same as the drop-down shown here. Now let's take a look at the options you have for creating new content. First, there are discussions. This will include asking questions or just creating discussion threads in which you need multiple opinions. Blog posts, files, which you can upload files for individuals to view, documents, polls, bookmarks, status updates, tasks, message, video, events, and ideas. You should note that polls, blog posts, and events are permission specific by community and can only be used by certain posters. As such, those options may not appear in your Actions dropdown for certain communities. Now, after you click on whichever type of content you'd like to create, you will be relocated to the Create New Content page. The first step is to enter the title for your post. I'm just going to enter Testing. You can see here, I have a little box checked saying mark this discussion as a question. Next is the body, so I'll enter details about my post. Again, I'm just going to enter Testing. And you can see here that there are a bunch of different options for editing your text. Bullets, paragraphs, alignment, inserting photos, videos, HTML. There are a bunch of options available for you here. After creating the body of your content, it's now time to choose the community in which you'd like your content to be posted. You can add a place or change the place in which you'd like to post your content from the Places section. So before, it was in workload automation. Let's say this post really applies to security. I'll type that in and change it. You want to make sure that your post is going to the right community. That way individuals can answer your question. Below that is tags. Tags makes it easier for other individuals to track down your posts. So let's say this applies to single sign-on. I'm going to type in single sign-on, and that tag is applied. Now another important step is to select the right category. So if my question applies to the single sign-on product, I want to select that. That way individuals can see this in the CA single sign-on category. Then all I have to do is select Post. The last step I want to show you in this tutorial is the inbox. You'll see in the top right, there's a little bell with a 1 icon. If anybody interacts with my post, comments on it, likes it, this is where it'll appear. And all you have to do is click on it, and you can see what was added to your post. You can also go to the little drop-down icon and select your content, making it easier to find your posts in the communities.
Learn as much as you can about your CA solutions. Connect with colleagues around the world. Share your knowledge and ideas. To join, go to communities.ca.com today.